Hey babes, it's your girl Bree, spelled like the cheese, aka your cosmic bestie. And today I decided to bring out my Good Vibes Oracle deck. This is a deck that I made a while back. I made 5 different decks, and this is one of the decks. And I wanted to, I feel like all of us need a little bit of good energy, little good vibes. I know I do. I feel like we're coming towards the end of the year, right? We're in November. We're getting close right into that holiday season, thick of it, right? We're in Scorpio season. We just had that Taurus full moon come into play. And that full moon, as I was talking about in my membership, we were talking last week, the full moon that just passed, the Taurus full moon, it's about, Taurus is about being rooted, right? It's a fixed earth sign. There is that root of figuring out, how do I really want to live my life? How do I really want to move forward? What can I do to root myself into who I am and what I want and not what other people are looking for? And that's hard. I'm not going to lie, it's hard. I'm right in the thick of it. It is difficult, especially when you grew up as like a chronic people pleaser or you're super empathic. You've been through a lot of trauma, so on and so forth, right? It's really hard to start making decisions for yourself, and especially if you don't even know what you want to do. But I will say, though I know I'm coming up with a hard decision in my life. I'll talk about that in a few weeks once it's all said and done. But I know that it's necessary. I pulled cards for myself before I did this today, and I know that on the other side, I will have the community. I will have the support. I will have the success. I will feel better. I will feel balanced. But I know, because I got the death card and I got the tower card when I pulled for myself, I know that there is transformation that's happening. I know that the death of my old life and the old Bree is going to transform me into my new life and the new Bree. And it's not to say that person doesn't exist anymore. They just don't exist as the forefront, right? They can finally sit in the back seat. They're not driving the car. But that's that energy. Oh, confirmation to everything that I just said. But that energy with it. You have to understand that your life is built specifically for you, right? The lessons, the upheavals, the transformations, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it is specific individually to ourselves. And a lot of times we get wrapped up in the societal norms of what it should look like, how it should be done, and how it needs to look. But I think a lot of people, including myself here, a lot of people forget we are in 2025. We're going on 2026. Times are changing. Life, accessibility, everyone has a smartphone. Everyone has access to the internet. Everyone can get online and see different things and understand things. And it's very clear that there is other people living life that doesn't necessarily look like the way society says, in whatever capacity that works. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. A lot of times we believe that it's wrong, but it's not. And I hope that this deck can give us some encouragement of moving forward with, some more understanding, some more good vibes. Because I know a lot of us, we don't necessarily have that community that understands us, right? Especially in this like spiritual space. Sometimes it's like, all love and light, or it's all drama, or it's all ego, or all shadow death. It's all of it. It's all of it combined. That's how I work. That's how I rock. That's how I roll, And I built my community space specifically for that, for people that were in the midst of transformation, because I know how hard that is. I'm in the middle of it too. But it's a lot easier when you have support and connection. That's real, not judgy, but just real. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have for us today. And also bear with me. These are index cards that are, I added some index cards to give it a little flexibility, but they don't always come out so easily. So let's see. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. Ooh. Alignment feels like this: peace, flow, and ease. You are on the right path. Straight out the gate? What did I just say? Come on, guys. Like, seriously. I know how hard it is to, especially when all of the cards are stacked against you, right? You don't necessarily have the support, or other people think that you should be doing something different with your life, but you know, your intuition tells you that that's not the case. That you know that where you're at and where you're going is what you need to be doing. But just because they don't see it doesn't mean that it's wrong. And that is confirmation right there. Alignment feels like this: peace, flow, and ease. You are on the right path. That's a huge thing. Confirmation from the universe straight out of the gate. You know? Let's see what else we have here. Ooh. Dream bigger, babe. The universe is limitless. Stop playing small. Circling back to what I said originally, okay? I don't know if you're chronically online like I am, but that soundbite where it's like, dream big, bitch. Dream bigger, bitch. That's what I keep hearing in my head. Like, dream bigger. The universe is limitless, okay? You're going to the ocean asking for a thimble when the ocean is vast and limited. Or limitless. You could take a crane to the ocean and start dumping water out, and there'd still be an abundance of water. That's how you have to think about this. That's how you have to think about your life. You cannot keep telling yourself that you're whatever you think that you're meant to do. And I don't know if this resonates for anybody. I keep seeing paint, like a canvas, like somebody painting on a canvas. I see like a DJ, like the setup, like the knobs. I see like a camera and a tripod, like a YouTube content creator, right? Just something along those lines, something that's out of the norm, not out of the norm in the sense that no one's doing it, but people around you don't think that you have the capabilities to do it. But let me remind you, you do. You do have the capabilities to do it. Yes, it will take hard work. Yes, there will be struggles. But that doesn't mean that it is not possible for you. Just because it's not possible for that other person doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. Next two cards. Happiness is a choice, and today you're choosing joy. I've talked a lot in the past about choices versus decisions, and how a choice is a little bit more of like a quiz, right? Where, yeah, you might have failed the quiz, but you didn't fail the class, right? The final exam is the decision. But happiness is your choice. You have to lead the path of least resistance for yourself. And for you to be happy, what does that look like? I know for me, I have to make some big choices, big decisions on how I can be happy and choose my happiness first. But that doesn't mean that there's not things that are hurting me, that are breaking me down in this process. It's a big deal choosing yourself and putting your happiness first. And a lot of people are going to guilt you. A lot of people are going to shame you. But that's not a guilt or a shame thing. You being happy is how the rest of your life unfolds, right? Is your happiness and your desires. The next card that you have. You are stronger than you know. The shift you feel is very real. Ding, ding, ding. Clock it, right? Clock it. The shift is real. That's why I said, you feel it. I know you feel it. I know you feel it in your intuition. I know you feel it in your heart. I know you feel it in your mind and in your gut, because I feel it. I feel it all up and down my chakras, babe. I feel it. I know in my heart of hearts that I am meant to help people on a bigger scale, but I cannot help other people until I help myself. And yes, I would say I'm at the low range of helping people. Yes, I do personal readings. Yes, I have my membership, but it's not on the biggest scale that it could be, right? I'm not making hand over fist with cash. But I do know that it fulfills me doing this. No job, no 9 to 5. Even when I ran my old branding business, it did not fulfill me the way that this does. And I've been looking for purpose and fulfillment for a very long time in my life. And maybe you've been in that same place and same space of trying to find that purpose, trying to find that fulfillment, trying to understand why you desire what you desire. Why are you so different? Why are you so different than your family or your friends or even the people that you work with? Like, people don't think like you. People don't understand you. Maybe you don't understand yourself. That's why I keep hearing, like, you're having a hard time understanding yourself. A good practice is especially people that you are actually close with, right? Not your haters, but like real people that are like close with you. Ask them their perception of you. If you have a hard time perceiving yourself, ask them for the perception of you. Because I can promise you, especially somebody that you truly love and care about, and they feel mutually the same, they're going to give you some stuff that you've never even thought of. And you'd be like, oh, damn. Like, I didn't realize that that's how you viewed me. I didn't realize that is what other people think about me. Because we're really stuck in our heads a lot, right? Like, a lot of us just get stuck in our heads. And we think that whatever we're feeling is what other people feel about us. But that's not necessarily true. Next card. Smile. It's all working out. Even if you don't see it, the universe is conspiring in your favor. I don't even know how many times I've brought that up in a reading that I've done, like my personal readings, not even just the collective ones, but the personal ones for people, especially when that card comes out, or any of the tarot cards that lead in that same process of like, just trust the universe. It's all working for you. It's really hard to believe in something if you don't see it, right? A lot of people have that. Like, how can I believe that something good can happen if all I'm seeing is bad? But that's where faith comes into play. Not only faith in the universe, but faith in yourself, right? You are stronger than you know, right? You are strong. But you tell yourself over and over again, you're speaking negatively into yourself. You have to speak that positivity into yourself and know that it will work out. It might not work out on your timeline of what you thought it would, but that's a part of this journey, right? Of letting go of that ego, letting go of that control, letting go of what you think needs to be done. Because sometimes it's just as simple as making a simple choice for yourself. Ending friendships, ending relationships, ending a job that's toxic for you, right? Your living situation, whatever it is, you have to know that if you're feeling it, if you know that, yeah, everybody else and their mom is going to be pissed at me if I do this, but I know this is what I need to do, you got to do it. Because you're living your life for you, not for them. And I know, easier said than done, especially when we're talking about people pleasing. New blessings are loading. Stay ready for the magic. Again, with the it's all working out, though you have not seen, right, it's not in your physical realm yet, does not mean that it's not in the works. All right. If you've been a part of this journey, you know that I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost my aunt, I lost my dog, and we're talking back to back to back. And I also had my daughter in between all of that. Huge transformation, upheaval, rebirth for me. But that was a huge part of my ego death. Losing everything in the material world that I thought made me a good person or made me better or whatever was truly my ego running my life. But now I'm at this place of understanding, especially now, like hindsight's 2020. Confirmation. There's so many things that I have learned along the way. Not only about my life and my situation, but myself. How do I think? How do I function? How do I continue these cycles? I continue these things. And now I'm realizing like, no, I'm actually cutting that off. I'm cutting people off. I'm cutting places, things, whatever, all of it. I know that this is a part of where I'm at. And maybe you're somewhere in between there as well. But I will say, this card makes a lot of sense. Grounded. Stay anchored when life is chaotic. This is for you right here, right now. You have to be grounded. You have to understand that this is just a part. You have to get through the mess to get to the other side. Trust and believe. If I could get out of the situation that I'm in right now without any chaos, I would love it. But I'm well aware that there will be. And I know that it will take some time to obviously even itself out, but it doesn't mean that it will never get better. And I know that. But I know that I have to keep grounded. I have to stay the course. Turn up the self-love. Speak to yourself like someone you adore. Now, I don't know how y'all talk to your besties, but me and my friends always speak life into each other. And even when we disagree, even when we're trying to help one another out, it's always coming from a place of love. It's never from a place of hurt or pain or judgment. It's like, hey, I love you and I want you to do better. But some of y'all keep talking to yourselves. You keep calling yourself stupid. You keep calling yourself dumb. You keep calling yourself fat, ugly, whatever. You keep reiterating to your subconscious that that's what you truly are. It doesn't matter if you tell people, oh, I'm joking, oh, I'm joking. Your subconscious does not understand jokes. That's not how that works. So when you keep reiterating that, you're building a shitty foundation. You're building a rocky foundation because you yourself are your own foundation. That's how you stay grounded, right? Turning up that self-love, keeping that cup overflowing so you're pouring from the overflow. And sometimes, yeah, that cup's going to be empty. But are you going to keep giving scraps to people that you're not even giving to yourself? It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's not. Anybody that is wildly successful, right? In whatever terms that looks like, but we'll take money for that instance. Do you think any of these celebrities or famous influencers or whatever, yes, they have a shit ton of money, but are they really happy? Are they truly happy in their life? Are they truly filling up their cup? Because yeah, money can buy you facials and facelifts and cars and shoes and clothes, sure, yes. But is that really going to make you happy? What do you really want? You want peace, you want love, you want freedom, right? If that's what you want, if you want to live the life that you want to live, then why do you keep telling yourself that you're a loser, that you're a dumbass? That's not going to help you. That's not going to make you want to do what you need to do. Pour that love into yourself, more than just that physical or mental self-care. It has to be a combination. It has to be deeper. You deserve happiness. Stop questioning it. What can I say, babe? What can I say? Again, right, of pouring into yourself, of understanding yourself. You have to stay grounded. The only person, right, no one, depending on how far you are on your own spiritual journey, I think you've already noticed that there's no knight in shining armor riding around on a white horse coming to save you. And they won't. That doesn't exist. I mean, it does, but not in this context, right? You deserve to be happy, but the person that's going to make sure that you are happy has to be you. Yes, there's other people, friends, family, relationships, whatever, sure. But you can't not be dependent on somebody else to make you happy. It's just not going to happen. And it can't. It truly just can't happen like that. Because then you're siphoning off of somebody else, or they're siphoning off of you. And when you do that, it just puts you in a place where you're depleted. But you deserve the happiness, right? We have happiness on here twice. Your happiness does matter, and you do deserve it. I don't care what you've done. I don't care. There's plenty of words that I could describe my old self. I was full of myself, my ego. I was an asshole. I was a bitch. I was this. I was that. There was a lot of different things to a lot of different people's. I know I'm a villain in a lot of people's stories. Okay? I know that. But I can take accountability. I'm not that person anymore. I know I deserve happiness. I know I deserve peace. I know I deserve real unconditional love from anybody for that matter, but especially myself. Because if you can so easily love somebody else but can't love yourself, then I don't think you're actually loving them at the way or capacity that you truly can. Your future self is cheering you on. Keep making them proud. When I think about young Bree, baby Bree, 10, 15, 17, hell, even in my early 20s, when I think about those different versions of myself, I think that they would look at me now and they would be so proud, because I am finally standing up for myself. I am putting out boundaries. I am putting my happiness first. And yeah, I have to make really hard decisions to do that, but I'm doing it. And I'm showing up for not only me, but for my daughter, for my husband, for the people that truly matter in my life, like friends, family. There's there's people that I talk to every single day. Yes, I'm a mom to a 1.5-year-old. Like, I have a lot of shit going on, but that doesn't mean that I don't make time for other people. And it also doesn't mean that these people don't make time for me or that they're not showing up for me. But I know that that future version, I would say who I am right now, looking back, I think that those versions of me would be very proud of how far I've truly come. And I know I have further to go, and I'm excited for that. I know the future version of me is like, yes, babe, you're making the hard choices, but you will be where you want to be. You will get there. What you desire desires you, because there's a version of you that already has it. The sun is shining on you. Even on cloudy days, the light still finds you. I know we forget that. I know we forget time and time again, when the shit's bad, right? That's what we focus on. But there is always something good, right? There is something that you can have gratitude for. There is something good. And it's not just, oh, I have a roof over my head and I can eat, which those are big and important things. But sometimes it's something different. Keep going. You are way closer than you think. Now, 2 cards came out. We also have breathe, baby, breathe. Slow down, babe. You got this. So the way that these are, yes, keep going. Do not burn yourself out. You've already done that game. You've already played that game. You already know where that ends you up. Depression, anxiety, self-harm in some ways, or whatever, right? That's not what Spirit is asking you to do. They're not asking you to be resilient and also hurt yourself in the process. They want you to be resilient and keep yourself calm, keep yourself going. The finish line is there. It's already done. It's already in play. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you to get to the finish line, as long as you get there. And a lot of times we rev ourselves up of like, oh, I'm behind. Says who? Society? Other people? I've met a lot of different kind of people in my life through many different trades that I've done in my past. But one of the things that I have seen that has been common is it does not matter what age you are, your whole life can come crashing down. It does not matter how stable you are, right? I used to work in the health field for many, many years, and there was plenty of people that had all the money and things in the world, and then they get hit with a diagnosis that wipes them out. The money didn't save them. It didn't. And then they ended up living a life that they truly didn't want to live, right? They weren't really happy. So you have to think to yourself, what kind of life am I trying to live? And how quickly am I trying to get there? Because if you're just trying to rush to get there, you're not going to feel good about it. Confirmation. But if you take your time, you really think it all through, you feel what you need to feel, you heal what you need to heal, you move forward at the rate that you need to be forward, right? Your own path, your own lane. Put the blinders on. You don't need to look and think about anybody else. That is truly going to get you to where you want to go. Be open to the magic. Miracles happen when you least expect it. I've been a part of that. I've had miracles happen in my life when I least expect it on more than one occasion. A great example, one of my members in the group, he had to spend money to help out a family member. And he ended up getting a random check in the mail from an old job that was basically the equivalent of the money that he gave to the family member. Anything can happen. Anything can happen if you're just open to letting it come through. We hold a lot of control. And I've been there, okay? Where you control a lot of the situation. Oh, I can only make money if I work 3 jobs, or if I work overtime, or if I'm doing this, or I have to sell harder. Like, that's the only way that money can come in. I randomly got money from the Facebook whatever the other day of their stupid little payout. Now, granted, it was only $40, but $40 that I didn't have to do anything for, right? Got myself coffee that day. Like, it's stuff like that where anything can come from anywhere if you are open to it. If you realize that you don't have to control how the outcome comes. I'm not saying to drop your responsibilities. That is not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that you can transition. You can open yourself up to things that truly is just magic that you've never even thought of. But if you're so closed off, that's why it's not coming to you. I hate to break it to you. It's just not coming to you if you're closing yourself off from it. It doesn't have to play out in the one way. It can play out in many different ways. Let me see what else we have here. What did I just say? Embrace the unknown. The best things happen when you truly trust yourself and the divine. I'm not trying to, beat a dead horse, but that's where we're at. When you trust yourself and the divine, that's when true magic comes into play. And as somebody that has truly, over the last year and a half, truly is trying to build that intuition, that foundation, that trust within myself and the divine, it really has shown me so much. Things can happen out of anywhere when you truly trust it. But it's really easy to trust the universe, trust spirit, right? You get your angel numbers or random things happen. You're like, yes, it's all aligning. It's all good. But the moment something blows up in your life, you're like, screw them, screw this, screw that. This isn't real. This doesn't happen, whatever. Or when it's time to make a choice, you're looking for the knight in shining armor, or you're looking for someone else to give you that guidance, to tell you what you need to do. But any personal reading that I've ever done where they're like, what is the universe trying to add? Like, what are they trying to tell me right now? Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't know. Anytime, every single time, 10 out of 10 times, I always say, whatever the cards are saying, but I always follow up with, but you have to trust your intuition, because I'm an intuitive reader. I can feel it. I can already feel what spirit is trying to give to you is just the confirmation that you are on the right track. You have to just believe it. And I know believing is hard, especially when you don't see it. It is hard. But the way that you can build on that is actually trusting yourself. Small little exercises for yourself to build that trust, to build that intuition. When you say you want to stop doom scrolling at 8 p.m., actually get off. Because every time that you do something, your subconscious, when you don't do it, is like, oh, well, we can't trust whatever they're saying because it's a lie. It's not true. They didn't stop doom scrolling at 8 p.m. They kept going until midnight. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to build that trust within yourself. I, for the longest time, didn't have this like true trust in my readings. I would just do readings for like friends and myself. And then I started posting and I started showing up and I built out Stella Nova, and now it is my business. But I'm not going to lie. It's difficult. There's still times where I'm like, is this what I should be doing? Should I just go get a 9-to-5? Should I go do something else? Freelance, go back to branding, something, right? Should I just do something else to fix the issues that I'm having right now? Right? I'm trying to get my own space. I'm trying to get our own apartment, but I'm still dealing with debt. I'm still dealing with the credit. I'm still like trying to save. Like there's a lot of stuff that like, okay, money is the problem. So what can I do to make the money? And every time, and I shit you not, every single time that I make a decision, I make a choice. Just recently, I told myself, you know what, I'm going to do freelancing. I'm going to go on Upwork. I'm still going to run my business, but I need money. Now a situation has come to where now I need to move in the next 2 weeks, and I got to pack everything, and I got to get a storage unit, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. There's so many things that it feels like the universe just keeps stopping me. Like the universe is like, no, that's not where you're supposed to go. And my brain is telling me something completely different. My logical brain is like, hello, you need money. Go make the money. You know how to make money. Go make it. It's temporary, right? Like it's temporary. It's not forever, whatever. You do what you need to do, build up your business, whatever. But every single time that I finally make a choice, I finally make a decision to move forward, to have this moment of like, okay, this is the choice I'm making. then something huge blows up my life and stops me from it. Because I can't work a 9 to 5 if I'm trying to move right now, right? I don't have the time. Confirmation. And I know in my heart of hearts, my intuition has been telling me for a very long time that this is what I need to do. But a part of me thought that I could do this plus other things. And the more and more that I think about it, the more and more that I sit on it, the more and more that things in my personal life keep coming up and how they keep coming up, it's always at the point where I'm ready to revert back into a different habit, into an old version, into an old life. I used to work 2-3 jobs at a time. I was a hustler, baby. Anything that I wanted, I made sure I had it. I was a Michael Kors enthusiast. I was buying Michael Kors bags left and right when I was 18, 19, 20, 22. I'd be blowing money, buying shit for friends, buying stuff for myself. I never really had a savings. I was always robbing Peter to pay Paul. But I was running like that because that was my survival mode. And I know that the universe has halted me in my fucking tracks with survival mode when I had my daughter because I stopped working. The first trimester, I could not work at all. So, and then in turn, so much other stuff happened, right? But I want you to know that even if it doesn't make sense to other people, if it makes sense to you, you got to ride it. Now, I'm not saying to blow up your life. Okay, that's never what I'm saying. I'm not saying just sit there and wait for all of it to come to you. As long as you say that you're abundant, you'll be abundant. That's not who I am. That's not the kind of teachings that I try to teach people. But what I will say is that you do have to have a little delulu to make some shit work. Next card. Radiate with confidence. Walk like you already have everything you want. Now I'll see if there's any other cards, but this feels like a good closer. You have to radiate with that confidence. Whatever you truly want, and I don't care what it is. It doesn't even have to be a career. It can be something as simple as, I want a new tattoo. I want to write a book. I want to do whatever. Whatever it is, I don't care. Do it with confidence. Know that you have the capabilities of no matter what gets thrown at you, that you're able to handle it. Because I don't know about you, but the collective that I know I read for has been through some shit in more ways than one. And I feel like you've already been through so much upheaval. You've already been through so much transformation. You've already had so many times where your life has burned down. Maybe you literally have burned down, right? But you have always come back and rebuilt yourself stronger and better. And this next season of your life, it's not about the burning it all down and building it back up. It is about building something that is actually sustainable for whatever you truly are desiring here. And that's where that confidence comes in. You have to believe it. You have to walk like you already have it. Last 2 cards. Celebrate yourself. The world needs your shine, and you are the moment. And success is already yours. Act like it, damn it. Take yourself in strides. Okay? I had a member in my group. They just opened up their own business. And there was something that they were worried about, like a billing thing, right, on the back end. And they were able to work it out. And they did it themselves. And they were like, yeah, I'm not worried about moving forward because I know I already know how to handle it. And that is where that confidence comes in. But they also, as their opening day, went to the Korean spa to celebrate themselves. Because I told them, I said, this is a huge accomplishment. I don't care what anybody says. It's a huge accomplishment to run your own business. But you should celebrate yourself as well. Even if you're not rolling in the dough, right? I think they said that they got like $80 deposited into their business account. But it's always been 0 before. So 80 feels like 80,000, right? It's a big achievement. And celebrating yourself is a part of that. I know for myself, I never truly celebrated myself. Anything that I ever accomplished in my life, I'm like, well, that's what I have to do. That's what I need to do. And I moved right on to the next thing. I never actually sat in it. I never actually let it absorb into me, knowing that this is what I needed to do. And the last card being success is already yours. Act like it. Success does not mean money. Success can mean many different things in many different areas of your life. It is already yours. You desire it because that there is a version of you that already has it. So keep reminding yourself that you do have this, that you do have the inner strength. And I know some of y'all are like, but Brie, I'm tired. I get it, baby. I'm tired too. But what kind of tired do you want? Do you want to be tired from living the same life in the same cycle over and over and over again to the day you die? Or are you willing to be a little bit tired trying to figure your shit out and doing so and actually getting to where you truly want to be? Because no matter what, you're always going to have to work in life in some way, shape, or form. Work on your health, work on your success, work on your business, work on your shadow work, whatever it is, right? There's always something to work on. Because I believe you're always healing. You're never fully healed. There's always something that's going to re-trigger you. There's always something that will come back up as life moves on. But you are the driver of your own life. And I hope that all of these good vibes give you that encouragement and give you that boost to move forward. And maybe you're looking for something a little deeper, right? You don't want just my readings on here. Join the Stella Nova Collective. I do weekly readings every Monday for the little collective inside of Stella Nova. That is exclusive access. I don't post them. You also get many other things, but the main thing is true assistance through your transformation. People to support you, to lift you up, to give you a space to breathe and expand. But also to learn and vibe and, all that fun stuff too. But if that's something that's really calling to you, go ahead and check that out. Or maybe you're just like, I just love the way that Brie reads. I need a personal reading. Got those available too. So check me out. If you have questions on what reading you should do or more about the membership, definitely hit me up. You can DM me on here, on YouTube, or on TikTok. I'm mostly on TikTok more than I am on Instagram. But, go ahead and hit me up either way. But I just want to end this off by saying I'm really proud. I'm proud of you. Because a lot of other people could not handle even a quarter of the shit that you've been through. And you were able to handle it with grace and beauty. But I want to remind you, you are no longer the caterpillar. You are the butterfly. And it's time to fly. It's time. You got this, babe. Love you. Mwah.